Hey, welcome back into today's video. This is my second in-depth documentary on the infamous Ashley Trevino, literally TikTok's worst mother. You know, it's rare that somebody's so horrible that it takes a second in-depth coverage piece to even explore the bedrock of the situations that they've done. But the things I found, you need to see. It's been alleged that her top gifters and viewers are PDF files going after children. For the first time, Ashley's daughters speak out, and an individual named Santos has put a spotlight on himself with multiple severe accusations of criminal behavior, as well as CPS's involvement and the just terrible treatment of her daughters. It's not good. All that and more in today's video. So I've been away for a second because my computer broke and I had to build a new one. It was a whole process. Usually when a YouTuber steps away, the algorithm doesn't treat them with kindness. So if you could like and comment really cool things in the comment section and subscribe if you enjoy the content, I'd appreciate that. It'll help send out the video into the algorithm and get it to the eyes of the people that need to see it. If you're unfamiliar, Ashley Trevino has been on the rise to the top of the echelon of lolcow fame. She is likely the worst mother that TikTok has ever spawned, and I don't say that lightly. It's not good. And this is the second time I've had to put together a curated video of this depth, so brace yourself. The first video I did was covering her origin and rise to infame. Some of those things from the last video included, this one's a TikTok mom named Ashley Trevino, and she's made a name for herself. Everybody knows her as the inmate hopper, due to her dating criminals. One of the recent ones was a convicted child life taker, to which she defended while mocking the death of that young 13-year-old little girl and her family. Not to mention, she fakes pregnancies and also neglects her children, and clearly CPS needs to be notified. Oh yeah, did I say she defends P3DOs? There were things that I discovered in this video, and I tied it back in with her general defense of PDF files, and those things are not good. And again, I will put my first video in the description. I'm actually putting all these videos in a playlist so you can easily access and share them. You don't want your kids accidentally running across this person. And since that video, things have not gotten better with the introduction of a more recent character named Santos, who put a spotlight on himself by just hanging out. So many eyes were on him that the things that were alleged of him started surfacing to the top. If you're unfamiliar, Santos is a TikToker with over 700,000 followers and 32.5 million likes. The content that he posts is mostly lifestyle stuff with captions over it, smiling into the camera, wearing different outfits and controversial parties, and hanging out with some particular individuals. Santos is about 19 years old, which was a mystery when he first came onto the scene, but I'd like to highlight how that's closer in age to Ashley's daughters. Now, it was said that Ashley pursued Santos originally because she found out that her daughter had a crush on Santos. This is anecdotal, but some of the stories originate from a few different places. Here's one of them. One Reddit post says, "Do y'all think this is true?"
One of them, the 12-year-old or the 15-year-old, had a crush. And she knew that. So that's why she went and started flirting with him, because she knew that her daughter had a crush on him. Yep. And that is why when she told her daughters to come into the room and said, "Say hi to your stepdad," she was rubbing in their face. And then she went and did nasty on live while her kids were watching. Her kids were watching that live, and she knew they were watching the live. They were just in the other room, and they literally were the ones that told her to get off of the live. So, yep, that's the kind of mother that she is. She went and flirted with her child's crush.
So this is anecdotal, and I went to go try to verify this, and some things I could outrightly verify, and some things were verified out of the actual mouth of Santos and Ashley, as you'll see. One user saying, "It's true, I was on the live when Haley said Santos was her TikTok crush, and Ashley basically said, 'Hold my beer.'" Ash is that kind of mom that is constant competition with any woman, including her girls. Genuinely insane to see your daughters as competition while you're their mother and you're supposed to be the one protecting them. I feel so bad for her daughters. So this brings us to the infamous incident that happened between her and Santos, where she exposed herself while her daughters were in the next room. Also, the context that the daughter had a crush on Santos, Santos being closer in age to Ashley. That's gross. But you know what's really crazy? This whole TikTok ban debate. I mean, it's not even the biggest threat to our privacy. Right now, just for a few bucks, anybody could go to a data broker's website and buy your personal information legally, and big companies, well, they get hacked all the time, and your data ends up on the dark web for scammers to use, while these companies face zero consequences. If the government can ban TikTok, you think they could handle these other issues? Have you ever gotten those weird scam calls where when you pick it up, it's just pure silence and you think to yourself, how did they even get my number? Yeah? Me too. You know, me and you, we can't wait around for the government to fix these issues for us. That's why I use today's sponsor, Aura. Aura does all the hard work for you by automatically finding data brokers selling your info and submitting opt-out requests on your behalf. And within a few weeks, all your data starts disappearing from these websites, which is awesome because that's fewer spam calls, fewer privacy issues, less spam. It's better all around. And that's not all. Aura also monitors the dark web to alert you if your data is exposed, detects unauthorized credit card activity, and stops identity theft fast. Comes with 5 million identity theft insurance for the worst case scenario, and even has a built-in VPN for extra security. Seriously, don't wait till it's too late. Go to aura.com/Repzilla. Get a 14-day free trial. It's scary how much you'll see that they find. It's your responsibility, your privacy. Aura makes it easy. Go check it out now. One Reddit post, IG Live last night. Now, I had to edit this. I took Ashley's part out completely, but you can see from Santos's reaction, he's receiving quite a show.
We got a 1942 right now. You know what? Oh my goodness. Yo. Chat, everybody go to my Instagram. Go to TikTok live. They're texting it. I'll see y'all later. Everyone, thanks for watching. You look good. I think on my hoodie.
The interesting thing is the mom's acting this way. The daughter actually comes in, plays the mother role, and says, you might want to get off live. But she didn't. She didn't do that at all. They actually go from TikTok to Instagram because I believe the live stream was taken down after inappropriateness was displayed, which is not a new thing. Ashley often gets her accounts taken down or restricted multiple different types of ways, as we've covered in the past. But Santos gives a little bit more insight into what happens.
I'm trying to add Ash right now. But yeah, me and Ash, we had an intimate phone call last night. Apparently, bro, I didn't know she was on live when I was taking a shower. I didn't care. I was like, set my phone up and I just took a shower. Man, when you got a hold, no, I'm not gonna say too much.
Apparently, this situation got so intense that she took out one of her toys on live, kind of stepped out of frame to the side, but multiple people commenting saying you could hear things. Now, apparently, this is her using her toy on live, walking just out of frame while her kids are in the next room watching the live. The other thing is that there are minors that are watching these live streams. They're not supposed to be on TikTok, but we're going to talk about it a little bit later. It's very concerning. And again, in this same live stream, she was seen to be asking Santos to show himself while he was taking a shower.
Let me see. Santos. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see right now.
I can't get it out of my head how this is potentially her daughter's crush and the mother's doing this in the spite of her own daughter, which there's plenty of evidence in this video we're going to go over that suggests it puts this stuff well within the realm of possibility. Anyways, here's the clip where the daughter actually is coming in and saying, Mom, you should probably get off live. To which Ashley says something to what looks like real mean. We can't hear what she said because she mutes it, but it doesn't sound great.
You need to get off soon, okay?
So here Ashley's muted the stream, and she's saying something. You might be able to read her lips. I briefly went over this in my last coverage piece on this, but whatever it is, I feel safe in assuming it was not a polite thing to say, given just the things that she normally says anyways.
I've already seen his beepy, and he's already seen my nunu. Okay.
Now keep in mind that soundbite because it actually is turned into a song which we'll talk about a little bit later. But this is a very strange progression of events. But Heffa, Ashley's friend that she'd battle with frequently, who was also is said to be her manager, actually at this point in time disconnected from being in a friendship with Ashley for multiple reasons, I'm sure, but she stated this. Heffa's TikTok boss lady for real 88.
I did decide that I will no longer be battling her. I will no longer be sharing my platform with her because of my own decisions. Okay? I see a lot of things, especially her dealing with Eli, that I don't agree with as a woman. After what we've learned about him and what he's been doing up to a week and a half ago to 2 weeks, she continues to, I guess, crave attention from him or whatever the case may be. Again, I'm not talking bad about her. I'm not trashing her name.
But you should be trashing her name and you should be talking about her. I'm of sound mind to say that if somebody deserves criticism, even harshly, then it should be dealt. This is among one of the best ways to help people along in their journey of progression.
But I don't and will never, ever support women who accept that type of behavior from a man.
Now, apparently you'd have to take what she just said with a grain of salt because she continues to and still does support these type of women. The stated reason was a man named Eli, but I'm sure it was an acclamation of multiple and several different things. If you're unfamiliar with who Eli is, it's a man who had several alleged situations of SA come out against him, which is nothing new to Ashley.
He put a picture on the internet of me on the floor unconscious, and the caption was "Good night, boo."
Now, obviously, I'm not going to play the full extent of what this young girl was saying. It's not allowed on YouTube, but just know that Ashley 100% defended Eli.
A lot of these females are from like 2013. Why would you wait so many years? 11 years, and now you want to say something? Why not say something when it first happened, right? That's what just gets me mind-blown, like, to be honest. But it's not my situation to speak on, and I'm just leaving it at that, you know?
So she said that, but then she says this hypocritically.
When you have power over somebody, you want to blame the female so much, and the female always gets blamed for everything. But what about the guy? What about the guy who has money and has everything handed to them? Why don't they get any blame? But because I'm older, right?
That's so stupid. Now, honestly, this is not a surprising thing for me to see because she has a track record of defending criminals. This person also defended an inmate named Chris Watts, who was someone who unalived his wife and his 2 daughters. This is Chris Watts here, and here's Ashley defending him.
¿Qué te importa, güey?
I just wanted to know.
He literally unalived his wife.
Okay, well, it's not my fault. Act like it's my fault. Maybe if he was happy, he wouldn't have. They just recorded that, huh?
You are mean. That was so mean.
Or the other time she was dating this one inmate who unalived a couple girls.
Guys, he's innocent, and I don't care what y'all say, what y'all think. He's innocent, and y'all are gonna see that. And when he becomes, and yeah, they were like, "Oh, he's not innocent. He's dumb. This and that."
See, I don't know. Okay, it's like.
And they said, "Are those teardrops on your eyes?"
Oh my gosh, I've lost friends in my past. What does that have to do with anything?
Oh, they said he's innocent, but he's in jail.
Yes. Yeah, what do you mean?
It's not past his bedtime.
What do you mean?
Keep in mind that this guy's fingerprints were on the shell casings. There was DNA evidence that led to the conviction. And she actively took part in mocking the 12 to 13-year-old girls who lost their lives.
Oh my God, they said, honestly, rip to those who lost their lives. Don't laugh, babe.
No, I'm not surprised at any of this, but the situation with Santos taking center stage and actually receiving a lot of backlash made an apology.
First and foremost, I want to apologize for my actions the other day. I know I shouldn't have done the things that I did, but out of alcohol, I did it. There's no excuse. But anyways, yeah. So I'm going through that right now, personally.
Don't worry, she did it out of alcohol. She says there's no excuse, but goes on to give multiple excuses.
It really opened up my eyes. So I apologize to anybody that followed me, liked me, and then stopped liking me after that. That was not my intention. And I had stopped drinking for a while, if y'all know.
It's also important for me to point out it was around 7 to 9 days that she actually quit drinking, and she considered that a long time. When I think of somebody quitting for a long time, it's months and months and months. Like I haven't drank since December 25th of last year. That's a long time.
And when I was battling Hefa, I wasn't drinking like that. But then me and her stopped battling, and I started falling into my depression again. And I fell back. And alcohol is my weakness, you guys. I run to alcohol for everything. When I'm feeling depressed, when I'm feeling sad, like whatever, I run to alcohol.
Even after apologizing, she ended up going on to TikToker Poncho's stream and pretty much said she was not sorry, gave a multitude of other excuses.
How do you feel after everything that happened with, the yacareses and stuff like that?
I mean, like I said, I already apologized for that. The alcohol did that. But at the end of the day, I mean, I own up to my mistakes. Should I have done that? No. Am I going to work on myself? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. I'm not an influencer, so don't ever call me a hot Cheeto influencer.
You are, hold on. You are a hot Cheeto girl because you eat hot Cheetos. I've seen you eat them.
I am a hot Cheeto girl. Hot Cheeto and bean dip. Can you get it right next time?
Okay. And then you are an influencer because let me be honest with you. You might not think you don't influence these people, but you're influencing some peanut brains. You know what I mean? Not saying you're a peanut brain, but I'm saying you're influencing other people to be like peanut brains and think it's okay, go on live and show the yacareses.
So somebody else has done that after me.
Well, I don't know who's done it, who hasn't, but I'm just saying I don't think it's okay, especially, since I did see that your daughters be watching your live sometimes. You know what I'm saying? You don't feel like a little bad that they might see that or their friends might send and be like, look what your tia or whatever's doing.
This is so dishonest. She knows what influencing is. She knows how many viewers she gets. I mean, heck, she's influenced people in the past to show up at her house and try to beat her up. So
your tia or whatever's doing.
I already told them not to be watching my lives. If I don't tell them to be in my room or to get on my live, then it's my time. Don't come in. And they already knew that.
But what if someone just screen records and just randomly goes in their DMs? They're still going to see it even if you tell them not to go on the live. You see what I'm saying?
I mean, to be honest, if you're a mom who has not literally have either taken a shower with your child or, if you're a mom, you've seen your child, so to be honest.
This is really stupid logic. She's comparing inappropriate bedroom behavior with maybe changing your baby when they were young or having to bathe them when they were kids. Dumb. Stop it.
The cop did tell me. He told somebody who had called in. And he told him, whatever she does in her house, and, it's like if you had a stepdad living here. If they had a stepdad living here, me and him would be in our room. And the kids would be in another room.
Uh-huh.
So it's kind of the same. He's like, whatever you do in your household, you pay your bills, basically.
But I don't think it's the same, though, because, that's a difference if they see it in a private household. But then, doing it publicly.
Poncho is correct. It's not the same. One is being streamed publicly with the full understanding and acknowledgement that the children are watching. And that's illegal. So Ashley, sensing her money in danger, uses the opportunity to feign gratefulness, letting the viewers know that they feed her children, who also are not there half the time, and being taken care of by their grandparents.
And I need to open up my eyes because y'all are literally what keeps my kids fed, you guys, by all this following. And thank you so much, you guys, for all the gifts. And I really need to see that. I'm already at 20K followers on this account. And I literally just made it a couple of hours ago. Literally. Thank you.
There was even an alleged post from her daughter, but the daughter came out and said that was fake. It says, "It sucks when your mom chooses a man over you." One user saying her daughter posted and confirmed that she didn't make this TikTok, by the way. I don't like and agree with Ash, but her daughter said the account was fake, posting evidence. Now, while this post might be fake, there are situations that stand out where Ashley indeed did, on multiple occasions, pick Santos and other men over her daughter. Daughters, plural.
Wait, can we go to the mall with you? Can we go with you? Please? Please? Like, Nicole wants to go to the mall.
Nicole has school tomorrow.
We both have school tomorrow. Andy!
Even one time was talking about getting him a PlayStation 5, and they don't even have beds, and we'll talk about that later.
Am I gonna get that PS5?
You are gonna get the PS5 and anything else you want.
Okay, I'm so happy.
How many games do you want?
Hey, what game that we not got? The GTA 6 coming out right now? GTA 6? Black Ops 6?
What other games?
What other? 2K? Can I get 2K too?
Now that you've been introduced to who Santos is, I think it's time I introduce you to the glacier-sized rabbit hole that comes with the person that he is. But first, if you're enjoying this type of content and you want to see more and updates on these, then consider subscribing. Smash that like button if you're enjoying this content, only if you're enjoying. We're almost at 325,000. I'd like to hit that goal. So it's alleged that Santos hops from one influencer to the next and attempts to social climb. He'll fake date and live at these individuals' houses. Before Ashley, it was a TikToker named Shorty Bay with 1.9 million followers. He would post things of them together like this right here. Now, I don't exactly know how Ashley came to know or meet Santos, but there is things that I've heard anecdotally that say Hiffa, who it was also alleged as their manager, introduced them. One post saying Hiffa was alleged to introduce Ash to Santos, another TikTok person who is known for being in a friend group with other Latino TikTok influencers. He has a reputation of being a player or pretending to be dating people for clout. Ashley's daughter has mentioned having a crush on Santos. Now, as I said before, one of the most disgusting things about this situation was probably the fact multiple anecdotal accounts suggesting that Ashley only pursued Santos because that was her daughter's crush. I also found direct anecdotal evidence coming from their own mouth.
How do you feel that your mom stole your crush?
Santos, how do you feel about being bald?
Why would you ask her that? Why would you ask
Santos,
her
I see that your
that?
hair falling out. I see your hair falling out.
Okay, y'all go over there. I never knew that. If I would have known that she liked him, I would have never talked to the boy, okay? My daughter never told me. She was just happy that I was talking to him when I first met him. So for those of y'all that sit here and say, oh, you dated your daughter's crush, I didn't date him, and I didn't know that she liked him.
The issue with this, on multiple occasions, Ashley's demonstrated that she is jealous of her daughters with strange behavior.
What color K do you want?
Pink.
You want a pink K?
Wait, what color are the letters or the numbers?
What color numbers do you want?
Pink, Mom.
You can't. Why do you want the same colors as me? Baby, why are you doing my color?
Probably because you're the mom, and usually daughters look up to their mothers.
That's not her.
Yes, it is.
Oh, that is.
I changed my username.
Girl, why you got so many followers? Let me have your account. Bro, let me have your account.
Oh, yeah, she copied me. She dyed her hair red.
Bro, let me have your account.
Did I hit 700K?
No, you're almost there, though.
You see my red hair? Oh, you can see it real good online.
Bro, can I have your account?
No, you can't.
You want mine?
I just hit 600K too, bro. That's why I'm so, like, frustrated.
Bro, I shouted out your account. Look.
I literally...
Instances where your mother has expressed feelings of jealousy towards you, and how does that affect your relationship with her?
There's this video going around of my mom being jealous of me when I was little, having a better relationship with my dad than she did.
I mean, girl, that's his kid. That's his whole kid. But not you being jealous of a baby girl.
It's not that. It's just...
She a daddy's girl. She said he better love me more than he calm down. He was in the... Okay, he was in there making her. Okay, so he's gonna love her. Miss Girl was not... She was...
It wasn't like that. I promise. It wasn't like that.
Okay, continue.
And then there's a lot of people saying that she's jealous of me because...
How does that make you feel?
Like, I don't know. There's, like, nothing to be jealous of. I mean, I am her daughter, and they say I look like her, so there's nothing much different from us. Not that I have more followers than her. Maybe that's why.
Oh, so you think she's jealous of you because she has more followers?
So you heard Ashley saying that that's not what it was, but I actually have that clip, and it was 100% what that was. This is very disturbing. Check this out.
Haley literally has been through like the bottom of her life. Like, I'm telling you, whenever we lived with her dad, I used to pull her by the hair because I was so mad at her. Like, I feel like he loved her more than he loved me. And so, like, I took my anger out on her. And she doesn't even, like, hate me for that. Like, she doesn't even remember that.
She actually attempts to walk this back, saying,
Different things, you know. Bulls like to clip different things, you know. And they like to throw things at her. Like, if I say something right now, they're literally going to clip that. And they will literally, you know, make like a whole video about it. I never abused my daughter, you guys.
So she said people clipped stuff that she said and are making things up. Let's go back to see.
I'm telling you, whenever we lived with her dad, I used to pull her by the hair because I was so mad at her. Like, I feel like he loved her more than he loved me. And so, like, I took my anger out on her.
Okay, now let's go back to her excuse.
I never abused my daughter, you guys. What I said was I would get mad at her, yes. And I pulled her hair, yes. But I never abused her.
Where's the disconnect in this one?
Never hit my kids, you guys. That's one thing y'all need to understand. And the only reason I pulled her hair was because she ran from me and I tried to grab her. And instead, I grabbed her hair. So it's like, you know, like, I never abused my kids. I never hit my kids. If you ask my kids if I hit them, I don't hit them. That's why they don't listen to me. Because I don't spank my kids. I've never let my parents spank my kids either. And when my parents tried to, I would tell them, no, you're not going to hit my kids. I wouldn't even let their dad hit them. Like, their dad used to try to hit them, and I would tell him, like, you're not going to hit my kids. Like, no. So then he would get mad at me. So, again, I did not pull her hair, like, literally, like, intentionally. I literally, and this was, I mean, she was little, so it was a long time ago. I don't care. Y'all can sit there and call me abuser, call me what y'all want. But at the end of the day, my kids know I never abused them. They never have bruises on them. Y'all probably are the ones who do that with your kids.
So actually, I think I can see what's wrong here. We need to define our terms, which is really important in situations like this. She thinks that hair pulling is not ABUSC, only punching them in the mouth. Well, here's a few things wrong with this. By actual definitions followed by mostly everyone on the planet, including the judicial system, that is in fact child ABUSC. The other thing is you lied. You said it was not out of jealousy. Well,
I feel like he loved her more than he loved me. And so, like, I took my anger out on her. I took my anger out on her.
That to me seems pretty straightforward. And again, from my first in-depth video on this, she did this. She treats them more like they're frenemies, even at one point, getting very aggressive.
How did the glass break? I threw the glass. Through the glass. I broke my phone too. My phone's broke right now. 2 days ago, me and my daughter got into it. And she didn't stay with me because she threw a chair at me and my leg is bruised. She put her hands on me. And I already had told her, stop putting your hands on me, bro.
Just so we're clear, she admitted to felony ABUSC of a child. Again. So this is a mother who appears to view her daughters as competition, so I could see her going after their crushes out of spite. I mean...
Mommy look really cute.
Get off my live now.
Why?
Because
I can't talk to you?
No.
Are you mad?
No. Why would I be mad?
Because you lost against me. Like her.
So I think we can agree that it is within reason, weird behavior. But it gets worse as Santos and Ashley set up to meet for the first time. A lot of you might remember this situation. It was like they were getting ready for prom.
I'm calling Santos. Tacos is wild. Hi, Cece. Don't lie, people. Numbers don't lie.
So they were acting like it was prom. There was photo shoots. There was makeup crews. I mean, it was the whole 9 yards. I mean, it wasn't anything professional as far as makeup crews and photo shoots go. But they were going all out. Here's the makeup artist here doing miracles, as the caption there says. And they're really, as you can see, Santos is coming in here. It's like a big thing. There was actually a lot of viewers. Now, this is what it looked like when Santos finally arrived.
It is. Hold on. He said he wanted to use the restroom before he got on camera. Why is he playing music? Hold on, do you want to record? But like, don't show him unless he's ready.
The crazy thing was the live stream numbers for this event rose over 300,000 viewers, 294.7 here, and the likes were 86.9 million at this point. I don't know if that's individual or if it counts how many everybody presses all together, but that's still quite a bit. The situation attracted so many viewers that there were crowds gathered at the club that they were attending. I don't know if you caught that, but these people didn't show up because they're fans of Ashley, like Ashley likes to say. They showed up because she's a spectacle. You heard that one girl. She said, "Oh my God, she is ugly."
She is ugly.
Now you see, this is low-cal peakness, and in the club, they could be seen dancing, Santos resisting a kiss here. And at one point, Santos walked away to talk to other girls and left Ashley alone, and she just sat there looking real annoyed, real mad. All in all, at the end of the night, some streams ended with some 1.6 million viewers. One post saying, 1.6 million viewers watching Ashley meet up with a teen is wild. And honestly, with that kind of context, it's pretty crazy, but, you know. And do you remember this soundbite?
I've already seen his beepy, and he's already seen my nunu. Okay?
Well, they made it into a song, and I'm not going to play it because I don't want them to copyright strike this video, but here's her dancing to it. She's really proud of this. It says something like, her nunu smells well in Santos' nose or something. You guys, you know what I'm talking about. So what I'm trying to say is there was a lot of attention and eyes on this, which kind of backfired on Santos because people started looking into his past, and lo and behold, there were a numerous and alarming amount of alleged SA situations that we're going to talk about now.
Honestly, I can see now why these two go perfectly together. What else would you expect from someone who is using somebody like this to grow their platform? So with that being said, let me tell you a summarization of the Santos lore and how he has grown on TikTok. Using his hobo and couch surfing skills, this man right here has managed to leech from influencer to influencer to influencer. For example, right now he's staying at Shawty Bay's house and he's probably staying there for free. Based off of my understanding, this man has severe mental issues. So despite having several grape, SA, and animal abuse allegations, this person still seems to be on TikTok with the biggest smile, as if nobody knows what is really going on behind those fake crazy eyes. There's a girl by the name of Des. She has everything on her Instagram. He stayed in her house for months. He never paid rent, and he basically tried to be Dez's manager, but he would also be extremely controlling and aggressive towards her, to the point where she ended up having to kick him out. There is a recorded phone call with him where he is threatening to unalive and do terrible things to her cat.
It's important for me to say that these are alleged situations, but I did look into them, and there are in fact recordings of Santos saying that he would end her life. There are recordings of him saying he would end the life of her cat. There were disturbing recordings, undeniable pieces of evidence where it was Santos. Receipts, recordings, multiple women coming out and speaking about their situations across years, across different sources and times. It's a lot of anecdotal stuff altogether. We're going to go over just a bit of that, but I will be linking Dez's account below so you guys can check out the full context.
This is exactly why you're still sorry, fucking.
Put a bullet in your head, bitch. I can beat the shit out of you if I want to, too.
Do it.
Do it till the end. Yeah. Juan Carlos, I'm going to put him in a shredder, and then I'm going to collect all his fur and make you eat it.
I did go through all of this, and we're going to talk about some of these alleged situations. They're absolutely terrible, so be prepared. Can't believe the weirdo said he was going to do that to the cat. So Destiny's got a YouTube channel of over 300,000 subscribers where she keeps everything in a playlist with prayer hand emojis. She's also got an Instagram, and it also has playlists with prayer hand emojis. I would go here on her Instagram because it's more in-depth in my opinion, but don't worry, I went through all of this for you, and I'm going to talk about some of the most important pieces right now. One of the first videos she posted on the matter was called Des Talk Father's Day Slander, released June 17th, 2024. This video showcases the obvious habitual instability of who Santos is. Despite all the denials he could make, there's irrefutable evidence as far as like receipts and his own voice recordings that, not saying he's guilty of anything alleged, but it does showcase that he is at the least it is within the realm of possibility that he's quite unstable, and you might not want your daughters around this guy.
And then he started crashing out after the fact that I kicked his ass out. You know what I'm saying?
So first off, she kicked him out, and he was saying things like this: "The day I have you back, my love, I will fix all this. You are everything to me and deserve the world. I will fight for us. Are you still awake? I love you, Des. Just call me back. I love you." She says, "Nah. Do you not want this with me? Just say yes or no. It's easier like that. I want everything with you, but I want to communicate first without you talking." She says, "A guy that has nothing doesn't know how to appreciate anything. You step all over people to get where you want to be. So when you're there, you'll just drop the only person that was there for you. I'm not Bob the Builder. I don't need to build a man. The man should already be built for a person like me. We can keep this up for social media, but this is it, Santos. May God bless you." He says, "Call me."
He aggressive. And I had told them, lay your hand on me. Always holding my Des VX knife. The fact that I felt like that in my own home.
So she said while he was there, she was uncomfortable in her own home because he was aggressive. That's not good. Also, she brings up the fact that he is alleged to be speaking with multiple underage girls.
All up in these minors DMs. Bro, I have so many girls sending me.
Here's one girl saying, "Hey girl, the deadbeat dad trapped me. Santos was up in, I linked with that guy, and this guy fulfilled the ritual with inside her," is the best way to put that. But the interesting thing about it is there's multiple girls that say that he did the same thing. Here's a receipt between that same girl and Santos. She says, "Hey, bro, I'm scared. I still haven't gotten plan B." He says, "That's not my problem, that you aren't responsible when you clearly had the money for it." She said, "Baby mama number 2. Can you imagine somebody not being responsible and wearing protection, saying that someone else is not responsible for not buying plan B?
Girls that have their high school in their body. You know, they don't have followers. They feel like they don't have a voice. So they send me that shit. I'm the one that's standing up for these. You know why? Because I'm grown. And stand up or stand the down.
Another disturbing situation that she talks about in this video is that he did a prank with an underage young girl. Just pay attention.
Linked up with another baby daddy. And he has a little sister. A little, like a, I don't know how old, like a teen sister. And he made this prank.
So in this prank, this little girl, Santos is recording, and he's pretending that he's making moves on the little teen sister. And the guy walks in and he's obviously upset.
Bro, it's just a prank.
What the fuck?
It's a prank, bro.
Dude, really, bro?
It's a prank. Hey, that's for busting my lip earlier during.
Bro, don't stop be pranking me like that.
Who the jokes about that? I know she's just a little baby. And she thinks that like, oh, like a grown man wants her, like, ooh. Oh, baby. That shit ain't happened to me, but I know somebody that did. If don't make you mad, bro, like, it's just not right. Cute. That's just not cool. And honestly, everybody and their mama that supports him.
After Destiny posted her video, an alarming amount of young women came forward with stories about Santos across the years. And it's pretty disturbing. I'm going to go over a few of those, but a lot of these I'm not going to be able to show you the stories within detail because YouTube will not let me.
We went upstairs, I took him to my room, and we were drinking, everything was cool, and then, like, out of nowhere, like, I just black out. I Like I just black out, and then I don't see my cousin there anymore. My cousin left because he said that like he felt uncomfortable with like guys there, so he just left. He drove off. I don't know. It's like I see pitch black, and then I don't see my sister. I don't see Santos, and I'm like, what is going on, you know? And this is when I just saw, I don't know where, I don't see the friend, and I'm like just laying down on the bed, like I'm just like, what the fuck is going on, you know? My body felt so fucking heavy, like I don't even know how to explain it. My body felt so heavy. I couldn't get up the bed. I couldn't like even talk. It felt like I was like in a sleep paralysis. And then I just see Santos like coming into my bed, and he was like, I'm gonna.
So I can't show you the details of what she says. It's not good, and it's not the first time you're going to hear of a girl saying that she felt very heavy, like sleep paralysis, like something somebody put something in her drink. It's not good.
My sister got his number, and they have messages. Like she's not sending me the messages. I don't know why she's not sending me anything, but she has messages of her telling, oh, I'm gonna expose you. And then he was like, oh, like do it. Nobody's gonna believe you. This and that. And then like the next day, like my sister and I, like we were just quiet, like because we were at his house. We slept the whole day. We didn't eat. We didn't do anything. And then the next day, like we finally talked about it, and I was like, I'm sorry, like what happened to you? And then she told me that Santos went into the restroom with her, and like he her, and I felt so bad because I was like, it's genuinely my fault because I could have stopped it, but I was under the influence, so I felt so like, I don't know, but I just felt so bad. But I have a video of him like recording, but I don't know, I just don't want it to. And it's like pretty dark, you can't really see anything, but
so she's alleging that this man did something to both her and her sister, and she even has a recording. It's dark, but it looks very much like him. It's too blurry to make out a face, though. But if there are receipts of him saying that no one's going to believe her if she exposes him, and half of what she's saying here, then that's a pretty big deal. At this point, Destiny also released an hour-long phone call that she had with Santos. It's really disturbing. I'm going to play a couple key parts for you.
I want to see you do good, even though you piss me off. And even though I hate you, I want to see you do good. So
that's the most backhanded ass shit someone could ever say.
Yeah, and I wish I could backhand you in person right now, and I wouldn't be afraid to do it.
Of course, because
same way
lay their hands on females.
Oh my God, look at you. I still don't go. If I grew up differently, I would punch you.
I don't care. That doesn't give you any right. You're nobody to be doing shit to anybody.
Bro, you're not nobody to be talking to me all the time.
Bro, you're a...
The guy then says he's going to unalive her and somebody else because he put a hit on them.
Bro, I put a hit on both of y'all. That is done for.
Put a hit on
like his whole... Like, bro, I'm telling you, I put a hit on both of y'all. Like, it's not that hard, bro.
Get it
back. Yours is for sure gonna get back, but his is already done for. People are looking for him already. Bro. You just have dumbass people waiting for you outside. But I can easily scare them away. Same way I brought them there, the same way I could take them out. But I think they definitely fucked.
That is absolutely insane behavior. You just don't say these things to people. It's illegal. This dude lies so much too on top of it that you just know he's delusional, like 100%. Now we're gonna head to her Instagram. There's a couple things that I need to show you there. Here's a couple girls that reached out in her DMs. One girl DM'd her saying, "Hey girl, I just seen your TikTok about someone, let's not say who, but I've been in a similar situation with him when he came to my city and he invited me to the club we went to. Kept telling me to go to the room. Honestly didn't think we were going to do anything, just kiss, but he literally threw me on the bed and tried to undress me and literally whipped his thing out, and I literally had to push him off multiple times. I was sober at the party because I was with my friend and I was the DD, so I knew what I was doing. A girl saying she's afraid to speak on the situation. Another saying, hey, I just saw your video and I know it's not major, but my friend who is underage, and makes it clear on her platform, Santos tried collabing with her to drink and take shots and make videos with her. And she said no. And he tried convincing her, and knowing she was underage is crazy to me. Absolutely insane. Another saying, girl, you're not lying. Santos literally likes minors. He knew I was a minor and proceeded to continue to like my content. He tried to follow me on social media like, dude, isn't he like 19? Someone needs to do something about this guy seriously. Another saying, Santos did grape me after a club event in LV and proceeded to tell me that they wouldn't believe me if I went ahead and reported it because he did service. He's blanking disgusting. Here's a picture of her cat saying, Juan Carlos says you're not alone, please stand up. I like that a lot. Another person says, Santos came to my house because he asked since he didn't have anywhere to go till his cousin was available, so I didn't want to be rude and turn him down. Then after he started being touchy with me. So the next thing I want to show you is alleged receipts on Santos's Snapchat. In the first part, he's trying to convince her to hang out, saying, you're beautiful in that photo, you will have fun, let's go on a date. And finally she says, yeah, but don't do anything to me or I will sue you. And he's like, babe, you can trust me. Don't be like that. She's like, okay. And then they hang out, and then she says, you are effing stupid, never again hang out with you. Piece of S word. I'm exposing your dumb blank for the things that you tried to do to me. F you. And then he says, another girl that wants to play, go get it alive. And right here he says, if she tries to expose him, he's going to come find her and do something to her. She says, you're dumb and I've already got the police on your butt. You've done so many bad things to so many girls. That's absolutely insane. But one of the worst stories I've heard has to do with a girl named Angelina. I'm going to let you hear just a little bit of this.
And he brings me to my room. And he lays me on my bed. I'm sorry.
I know what part you're getting to. Just try to filter it as much as okay.
Yeah.
One user saying, bro, I can literally feel the sadness and it breaks my heart. So this kind of stuff is very alarming to do with Santos, and I can't believe there's so many alleged situations coming from so many different directions. This many anecdotal accounts put this within the realm of possibility, and I think there needs to be an investigation about it. I would be curious to see if there's more speaking up than have currently come forward. I want to see how deep this thing goes. But what I personally can do for sure is I can offer help with resources. I can point you in the right direction. So if you have been affected by this dude, reach out to me on Instagram DMs, and I'll hear you out, and I'll see what I can do to help. Santos did respond to Angelina, saying,
This is a serious topic, so I only had to address it one time, and that's it. All right? See you on the live. All right, I'm only going to address this one time and only one time just because this girl is not going to get the attention that she wants. First of all, I'm addressing all the, the ubas emoji yucky putting in my comments. No, I did not ever do that to anybody. I'm so against that. I was even in the military for that. I was a SARC leader. I'm really against that. So this is a serious topic that I feel like a lot of people should not.
So he implies that he's incapable of doing this because he was a SARC leader in the military. And if you're unfamiliar with what that is, a SARC leader is an SA response coordinator. SARC leader is a senior level military leader who manages SARCs and victim advocates, VAs at the military installation and organization. So this is a fallacy called special pleading and appeal to authority. He's saying because he was in this leadership position that he's incapable of being able to commit the crime. Obviously, this is not true. Just because somebody's in a position of authority, it does not mean that they're incapable of wrongdoing. It's like saying, I can't steal money because I'm a bank manager. That bank manager 100% can steal and is capable of doing so. Or like saying, I can't lie because I'm a priest. The question is if the essay happened, not what title the accused holds. Santos is an idiot for suggesting this.
So this is a serious topic that I feel like a lot of people should not joke around about or even troll or even try to make a rumor about it. If the girl is really trying to be serious about it, why are you so afraid to even go to the police station if you're doing it on the internet? You know, if you're gonna already do this, I would say recommend go to the police station right away if I really did that, which I know I didn't do it because first date, she flew me out. She has sent me messages saying that.
Oh, wow. I guess we can call it a day since he said he didn't do it.
She has sent me messages saying that she wanted to hang out with me. Why? Because she was chasing clout. Same way that she reached out to GTA, sent him $500. The same way she reached out to me, she tried to pay for my flight. She tried to, you know, for me, I travel with a sponsor. You know, like for me, it's work to be doing social media, collabs, and everything. This girl was on other attentions. She was trying to go into more deeper. Right away, she had already made a move. Second day, I was already trying to leave. I was going to Tijuana and she wanted to come with me, tag along. I let her tag along, and that's from when we had gone to a club out there. She had completely passed out. She did some certain substances in the restroom. Everyone there, security, managers, everyone was recording her like throwing up. She was making a big scene. I picked her up. I was in an all-white outfit. All-white outfit. It was a different all-white outfit from that one event. But I had throw up all over my outfit, and this girl was the one, you know, causing problems, causing scenes. She was the one over drinking. This girl was the one causing problems. From the very beginning, we had already ran across problems. She was the reason why I had gotten my phone stolen. She was the reason for a lot of bad things that happened to me from San Diego to Tijuana.
See, none of the stuff that you're saying right now has anything to do with that if you actually committed the crime. This is just really bad logic.
After this experience, I cut her off completely. I didn't know she was texting Des the whole time trying to make me look bad. So this whole situation is going to blow out over because I know I never did that. But the thing is, you know, you shouldn't be joking around about a topic like that or even making up something like that. This is a serious topic, and I say that, you know, Sark SA is something acceptable on this platform. If a creator ever does that, if a creator ever comes across that, that should be addressed. But first, before anything on social media, go to the police. I recommend to go make a report. You know, this happens to a lot of people daily. This isn't something to joke around about. But yeah, I say that this topic is over. I'm only going to touch on it once. I'm taking this video down once everyone sees this video. I want y'all to know that I would never do anything like this, okay?
I want to say again, all these things I'm talking about are alleged. I can only give you the facts, and then you can discern your opinions from those things. Now, I will say there's enough here that I would say within reason points to the fact that this guy is unstable. So keep that in mind. Even Ashley said his behavior holds truth.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. He did that weed. He did that. And then I told that way he made me do it the other day. Like, no, but I'm telling you what the truth is. Like, no, I know the truth. I know the truth. And I felt so pinched. Bro, I promise. Because he was like, no, you're gonna do it right now. Like, and he like came and put it in my mouth. Oh.
No, y'all keep saying yeah, she did, but I didn't watch the live. I seen a clip and someone was telling me that she said that.
So you heard her say Santos put something in her mouth, but you also hear her backtrack when he confronts her in person, and she also accuses him in return of the same thing, SA. I don't know if you caught the trend, but he seems to accuse most of the women who are accusing him of this, of doing that. So
y'all keep saying yeah, she did, but I didn't watch the live. I seen a clip and someone was telling me that she said that. I don't believe the clips because they always twist the words and just clip like a certain part.
And we've already talked off of live, but like I said, Santos is not a bad person, you guys. If y'all don't like him, y'all don't like us talking. At the end of the day, I feel like y'all are just trying to ruin our friendship.
You know, honestly, if Santos does end up in jail, I think that he would be more of Ashley's type and they'd get more along because then, you know, given her reputation, she likes to write letters. Jokes aside, Ashley has her own accusations of SA. Check this out.
So that is me in that clip, and I even got the same background. That was in that live. The whole time I was like, oh shoot, I'm so busy. She would not stop. That whole time she was here, it got a lot worse than that. I'm glad it blew up because it does bring awareness to harassment, and just comes in so many forms. And obviously I was uncomfortable. I had a girlfriend at the time, and I was like, I gotta tell my girlfriend now. This is terrible. Some girl's trying to lick my neck. Fun stuff, but yeah, not fun.
So there's been a lot of illegal activities surrounding Ashley and Santos. Well, I mean, there's always something illegal going on when it comes to Ashley. This says, Ash says it's okay if her minor children lie about their age so that they can be with an older man.
Like,
it's like one of my kids, say Haley, for instance. She meets a guy. She likes him. She wants to do something. The guy asks her, how old are you? She says, I'm 18 or 17. The guy believes it. And then I find out, I mean, honestly, if I find out my daughter's doing something, I'm not going to sit there and call the cops. I was her age at once. I was doing it, so.
I always bring this clip up because it's just crazy to me, and there's worse things that she said to do with this, but keep in mind that her daughter is 15 years old, and the other one's like, I think, 12, 13? It's not good. So in the beginning, when Santos and Ashley were hanging out, nobody knew Santos's age. He was lying about it. He had a fake military ID that said he was 24, for Christ's sake, and he was fully drinking. In the beginning.
Okay, so we all knew that Santos was 19. The police just confirmed it. But why is nobody talking about that this kid is walking around here with a whole fake military ID from the Air Force that says he's 24? No one's talking about that. Isn't that like a little bit more trouble than just having a regular fake ID?
We didn't properly find out his age until Ashley live streamed the police showing up, and the police said this.
Yes. Just so you know, this gentleman is 19 years old. Okay, so.
But he's not drinking.
I had a reason to be here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's 19 years old. Nobody's going to jail. You need to be a little more aware of who's coming to your house.
Can you please tell them to quit harassing my dad?
No.
Don't you worry
That's
about
y'all
it,
on
okay?
TikTok.
No, but they're on the phone. Like.
Here's your ID.
Can I put the open up your?
Here's your ID back.
Thank you.
Just be a little more aware who you got coming here.
Yeah, multiple times Santos around alcohol with Ashley, and here's him talking about his fake ID before the cops show up.
Santos, you gotta mute Ashley so it doesn't go to the things.
No, I'm being for real, Chad. That's not a fake ID. If that was a fake ID, I would get in so much legal trouble. Chad, I have a liquor license that I run on multiple spots. Chad. I cannot risk.
That's what people said. He's 19. He said he's 24. I don't know.
The dude is such a liar. Another TikToker named Anthony investigates further, finding out just how far this went.
Santos, it came out, the emails came back that it was even deeper than I thought, right? I would love to grab the screenshots. It was deeper than I thought because you signed up, but you never showed up, right? The pictures you're showing in the uniform are ROTC uniforms. The thing you had on your phone, that was a fabricated ID. You are on the list now, and you are getting charged, right? We've got the emails back. I'm going to tag a couple creators down below where I kind of snagged some screenshots. I'm going to give them their credit.
I scrolled down to check it out. There were no creators tagged, so creators that were tagged, not my fault. I looked.
But this is phenomenal because, like I told you, put the pressure on you. We were going to take your careers to the cemetery, right? And I told you that, and you thought I was fucking around, but now you're going to find out. Some of the things that they're involved in, you're looking at trafficking, RICO charges. This is federal, right? And if the SA victims, if Santos's SA victims would get their police reports together, the feds could add that in. And everybody's like, why don't they move on them? Why don't they move on them? The feds are very smart. They're going to sit back and they're going to let you look stupid, essentially. And then they're going to come for you. They're going to come for you. Heffa, learn to manage her better. Because you dropped the ball on a makeup opportunity, right? If you're going to be a manager, stay off live.
Anthony also alleged there was an investigation into stolen valor. Santos posting this, confirming that he went to the Air Force. But as you can see here, it says that he was accepted into the community college. And apparently this was something from ROTC in high school. So it wasn't what he said it was.
Do you know that stolen valor, or fictitious military record, carries up to $2,000 fine and 180 days in jail? Did you know selling liquor without a proper license, and since you lied about your age, your license is invalid? Every instance of selling liquor without a proper license carries a $500 fine and 1 year in jail. Ashley, did you know that contributing to the delinquency of a minor, $2,500 fine, 364 days in jail, and registration on the SA offenders list? Don't worry about doing the math. I did it for you, and even if you carry the one, y'all are still
Ashley has came out in a podcast recently and said that she was unaware of Santos's age at the time.
You weren't disgusted when you found out he was 19.
I did, and I was embarrassed because I was actually on live when it happened.
So this is Ashley Trevino live right now saying she admits and takes accountability, right? You are embarrassed for that. That made you feel embarrassed.
It made me feel embarrassed, ashamed. Like literally, I was like, that's why I say I wish I would have never met him.
It's really interesting because she just said,
How was your date the other night? You fuck him or what?
No.
Oh, why not?
He's too young. No. Right now he's out buying my shoes though.
I am screaming. Do y'all want to do a 2v2 or what were y'all ladies doing?
Yeah, we can.
So she told Jeffree Star that no, he was too young, but on the podcast she admitted that she did do something.
Santos sleeps with everybody.
Did he sleep with you?
Am I supposed to answer that
Yes.
truthfully?
Yes.
Truthfully.
Yes. Did Santos sleep with you? Did you sleep with Santos, actually?
I need an alcohol. No, I'm just kidding.
Does it need to have penetration, but did you do stuff with Santos? To where he would feel it's appropriate to lick your rose toy because perhaps he's been there down there before.
So, yes, we have done stuff.
Okay.
Twice.
Twice.
2 separate occasions.
With a 19-year-old boy.
I didn't know he was 19 at the time.
So this is before you knew?
Yes.
Claimed before you knew?
Literally. Like, we did it twice, and it was literally before Christmas, so.
That's disgusting.
It is. It is. I regret it.
I'm disgusted
in myself.
I'm disappointed in you.
That is freaking gross.
I agree.
Ashley is 100% a liar, but that's not something shocking. That's a revelation that you just now found out. She also says in the podcast this. I mean, she's lying in the podcast multiple times. I don't know how the host didn't catch it.
You would not be a topic of conversation with her friends if it wasn't for your online presence. It wouldn't happen.
Yeah.
It wouldn't happen. Like if you worked a regular 9 to 5 in a regular job where it wasn't plastered all over social media and you weren't, granted, one of the most controversial people right now, there wouldn't be anything to fight about. Like, yeah, they're 16. Yeah, they're going through like hormonal shit and whatever y'all, I don't know what happens at 16 anymore. Hopefully nothing crazy. But I would feel some sort of way, especially given that, you know, she literally just said like, yeah, like they don't like coming around or they feel some way about what my mom says. And then to sit here and be like, oh no, like it's not me at all. Like
I did have a 9 to 5.
There has to be some accountability though.
Yeah, I did have a 9 to 5.
And was this happening anyway?
It was still happening, yes. I've worked at my last job that I had. I worked there for 6.5 years. Up until December 23rd of this past December 2024,
You were working.
I got fired.
Fired?
Yes.
For what?
The trolls from TikTok literally sent my owner a video of me showing my nip. Yes. Yes. So they fired me. And I just put that out there literally on TikTok because people were like, you don't know how to work. You don't have a job. You don't have this. You don't have that. Well, why do y'all think I wasn't coming on TikTok till 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock my time? I had a 9 to 5. I worked.
Your boss saw you.
That was actually admitting that she lost a 9 to 5 job that she held up until the incident. Let's keep in mind that incident was when she was doing inappropriate stuff with Santos on live stream. Later saying she would never.
If I was to post a picture like that, trust me, I have plenty of those.
Oh, did you send him to Santos?
No, he doesn't have any pictures of me.
What about Max?
Max doesn't even have no pictures of me like that.
Have you ever like FaceTimed him and like gotten frisky with him on the phone?
Max, no.
Santos?
Santos, no.
Your prison inmates?
Yes.
That literally makes no sense. Like 10 minutes ago in this podcast, she admitted to doing stuff. I mean, she even said that she did these inappropriate things on live stream. We know what that was, and that is exactly what the context here is. There's so much inconsistency that it's literally like, I'm shocked. If the host would have caught that, it would have been interesting to see her call her out for her dishonesty. I'd like to have seen that. One user on Reddit says, if her kids were important to her, she would have left social media as soon as she saw how it was affecting their relationships and safety. But no, she continues to go live because the attention she is getting is more important. And I think that's really important to talk about because in this podcast, her kids talk about, and it's very sad, her kids talk about how it's affecting them and how they're losing friends and how it makes them feel, and she takes no accountability. Check this out.
Tell me how you really feel.
Honestly, sometimes I feel like it's weird for like girls to go for younger guys, but
you hear that?
It's weird for my mom. She's 36.
She said that loud and mother proud. She said she's 36.
And she gets with people in their
Who are
20s.
19.
In Santos, he actually lied about his age. He said he was 22, but he's actually 19.
You see nothing wrong with that. Like, no, you don't see anything wrong with that. Your kid's over here. She's like, my mother is out here slinging that iron for a 19-year-old.
With anybody though.
But Santo knows how it smells.
Camila?
Yeah.
They never did anything. That was just for a song. And
Clock that T.
Yeah, I clocked it. Yeah.
So much inconsistency and back and forth and just flip-flopping and just dishonesty. That was Ashley's child saying that it makes her uncomfortable that her 36-year-old mother goes after younger guys, and which there appears to be a couple examples.
What's that? Everyone's like screw recording, screw recording, chat.
They're gonna screw recording hugging you. Stop.
We have a special guest. Make sure you're on no tap.
The caption literally says he looks scared.
Who got his cat? Chad, who? Why am I with all these guys right now, though, bro? Like, legit.
I'm in a relationship with.
She's twerking on a 16-year-old here.
Ash, stop moving.
Ash,
stop moving.
No.
This here is another 16-year-old. And then she says this.
I met him when he was 9. Yes, I met him when he was 9.
So just to be clear, we're talking about her husband. And when she met him, how old she was, pay attention to this math.
They started going to our church when he was 9. Okay? Mind you, I'm 6 years older than him. I was with my kid's dad already. I've been with my kid's dad since the age of 13 till I was 26. Okay? I did not have nothing to do with Isaiah until he was 24. Okay? Me and Isaiah did not get together until he was 24. He's always been in my life since he was 9 when they started going to our church. Okay? Me and him never talked that way or anything. That's not a case because we were together when he was 24 and he was in prison. I married him in the prison. I was 30. I knew of him because they came to our church when he was 9. Okay? I was 15. We didn't do nothing. We had no kind of communication like that or nothing. I was always at his tia's house. He wasn't there. He was already in the streets, okay, doing the stuff that he shouldn't have been doing.
Jesus Christ, that sounds terrible. One user saying, what kind of math is this? Another saying, P3DO math. There's also a bizarre situation where Ashley recorded a girl going down on Santos. Don't worry, I'm not going to show anything inappropriate. It's just, this is something you shouldn't record. If you look in the back, she's about to pop up and have this look on her face of like, oh my God. Santos actually came out denying this.
Thank you, my love. Oh my God. Smelly. Look, you guys, she cooked for us.
Don't wipe her up.
She cooked for us. Oh my God.
Oh, what happened in the backseat? Bro, nothing happened. She was reaching over
I think I started that rumor.
for her phone. Her mouth just happened to be open. There's nothing happening.
He's like making it sound better. He's making it sound worse.
Guys,
no, cause she smiles like she just smiles like laughing like ha ha ha.
I don't do that.
Ha ha.
Ha ha. Like that? That's how she smiled?
No.
Ha ha. Nobody picks up their phone with their mouth open.
But the girl came out admitting that it was true, that she actually did that, and she went after Ashley for recording her.
I'm gonna be real, I did do that, and he deserved it. He was working hard, he was taking care of us. He was very nice to me, he was doing a lot of stuff for me. So I sure did. What about it? Y'all haven't? I looked at the camera after the fact, honestly. I didn't even know she was live. She basically blasted me.
No, it's the way that she did it and everything.
For recording you, right? Right? Like, let's talk about the real problem. The fact that she recorded me and blasted me. Whether what I was doing was wrong or right, I shouldn't have been recorded. Yeah, I'm grown, I'm 20, but I'm still like...
Oh man, she just said she was grown, she's 20. You know, I'm looking at these kids and it's like they got all this makeup on to make themselves appear older, but you can see that they look so young. Like they look like babies, and it's like insane to me. And it's just, oh man, actually hanging out with these kids is pretty crazy.
She's at the mindset where she's mature. Well, I guess not, but most people around that age are mature. But what's disgusting is being recorded. Like, I did not know she was live until I literally looked at the camera.
Ashley did respond to this in the most recent podcast where she gives a little bit more insight.
We're on TikTok live while someone was getting head in the backseat of your car. Why did you keep filming?
Okay, so with that, she knew I was on live.
Who is she?
Her name is Vala.
Okay.
And now she's with Bree in LA. The girl with Bree in LA.
I don't know.
Bree Olsen.
No, I know Bree, but I don't know. I didn't know that they were together. They're
So
friends?
she actually went up there to go live with Bree temporarily.
Okay.
We all met through Santos. And so she knew I was on live. We were actually going to a club hosting that I was doing. And we were in the back seat. My security was driving.
Mm-hmm.
And I decided to go live. You know, we're feeling good, having fun, just girls. And she was in the back with Santos. And so she knew we were on live as she was getting up. And you could see her look directly to my
So as you
camera.
can see here, I do have a screenshot.
Yeah.
You thought that was the funniest thing in the world.
Because I was like,
she did think that her friend giving head was the funniest shit ever. So here she is dying, laughing her ass off right here.
One of the craziest things I learned from this recent podcast here is that her daughters still do not have a bed. And if you guys remember the first video I did on this person, they didn't have a bed then. And that video was December 2nd, 2024. And this is what I said. You know what's the most terrifying thing about this entire situation? It's that she has children. It's already been made clear this woman's priorities. Unfortunately, that also extends to her children. I'm about to be brutally honest.
Classy, no? And in my kids' room, but they don't stay with me right now.
All right, check this out. That's an air mattress. It says Ash showing her the air mattress her kids have to share so she can have her Louis Vuitton bags. So notice she's got the air mattress here for them when they come over, but look at her bed.
And then my restroom, and then my room.
It's a nice fully formed bed there. If this was just a liminal stage, I would understand. But in this situation, I believe that most parents, and you guys can let me know in the comment section, most parents would switch this scenario and give their children the bed, and they would have the air mattress. But this isn't a liminal stage. This is just how it is there. And the air mattress didn't even have sheets. So I'm shocked to find out that they still do not have a bed, and it's next year in February, and it's brought up in the podcast. Let's listen.
Question. Do you have beds?
Well, I don't live with my mom.
But at your mom's house?
No.
I'm going to Zelle you. I'm going to give you money for, I want a bed, 2 mattresses, 2 of them. I want a headboard and 2 nightstands. I'm going to order that before you leave this house today. And I'm going to insert the clip of the receipt.
There's a story behind that, okay?
Please tell me why your children don't have beds. Yes.
Because my mom was actually going to go look at a furniture store. Because I don't go anywhere publicly at all.
Because you're just that bitch.
Literally. No, like I really don't. Like if I go
period.
out, I'm gonna get noticed.
Yeah, no.
And if I don't have my security guard, I'm not going anywhere.
Period.
My mom actually told me 2 weeks ago. She was like, or my dad said that. He told my mom to go to a furniture store and I would give him my card info because here's my card. I have money. But
yes, she's rich.
No, I'm not.
She can show you the motherfucking Louis.
But
receipts,
literally. But she never did that. So, and then, I mean, like she said, she doesn't stay with me. I'm about to move because everything's just getting crazy.
On top of them not having things that they need for basic necessities, Ashley also discloses the highest amount she's made since she's been live streaming.
What's the most you've ever made on TikTok live?
So the most I've ever made on TikTok live was $12,000.
In one sitting?
Yes.
In one live?
Yes.
How many hours?
Like 2.5.
You made 12 grand in 2.5 hours?
Yeah.
That Louis bag ain't fake, y'all. And her kids still don't have a bed. So what's that funny? Yeah, what's funny? Nothing's that funny when your kids don't have a damn bed. I'll tell you that right now.
Oh, well, that's why they're enjoying the hotel bed. I'm just kidding.
That I paid for?
I'm just kidding.
How is the hotel bed, you guys? Is it good, wonderful? You like having a nightstand?
Yeah, it's comfy.
No bed bugs?
No bed bugs.
Ew.
These kids have been treated terrible, and even worse is the example that their mother gives them. Their reality is currently warped. Just check what they think normal is.
Tell me about him.
They don't know much about him.
Go ahead.
I mean, he was kind of nice a little bit because when she was doing something, I picked up the phone and I was like, my mom's not here right now because she let me pick up the phone. And I was like, my mom's not here right now. And he was like, oh, do you need me to call me? Like, does she need to call me back later when she's not busy? And I was like, no, she's like heading down the hall right now, even though she really wasn't. And then she told me to go bring her the phone in the bathroom. But yeah.
That's nice. That's just common decency.
No, because most people really.
Who has your mother dated?
So he's sweet. He's respectful. That's what she's trying to tell you.
Criminals.
The fact that all he said was, oh, okay, let her, have her call me back. No worries. Please, that is the lowest of the lowest, bare minimum. That's not being nice. That is human decency, respect. That is if I call your mom and you answer the phone and I'm like, oh, hey, just have her call me back later. That's what everyone should say.
Now, she's 100% right, but Ashley's demonstrated that she doesn't view her daughters normally. One Reddit post saying, did anyone else see the portion of the live where Ashley started talking about her relationship dynamic with her oldest daughter, Haley? She keeps saying she sees her as a little sister and that they basically grew up together when they were living at the mom's. Which I guess this is the grandma. I feel like she's unknowingly admitting she mentally views herself no older than her teenage daughter. Am I missing something? Like Ashley didn't have her when she was a teen herself, right? She was like in her early 20s when she had her.
Question here, some people were asking, have you ever considered maybe like family therapy? All jokes aside, like for
So actually, yes, I am going to make an appointment. One of my friends did reach out to me, sent me something locally, and I'm going to look into that.
Okay, I respect that.
That's why I said I'm going to get help that I need, not only for me, but for the kids as well. Because like I told everybody earlier, my parents have always helped me raise them. So I had always that help, And so I'm learning to be a mom on my own and live on my own with my kids, just me and them. It's not easy. Mm-hmm. So just like a new mom, fresh mom is learning, I'm learning how to grow with my children because I've always had my parents. My mom literally helped me raise my oldest from the day she was born. And that's not no lie. Evie, I was the one with her, but my oldest, that's like my mom's other daughter. And I'm not even lying. Like I always seen her as a sister growing up. So that's why she kind of doesn't talk to me like I'm her mom because of the fact that I grew up with her like she was my little sister. And all my family would call her my little sister.
Yeah, that makes sense because there's times where I see her getting your live and then she's talking to you more like if you guys were sisters more than a mother or daughter,
Yeah, so she like talks to my parents, like those are her actual parents. And like if I get onto her and she's here, she'll call my mom, grandma, come pick me up. And my mom will come pick her up. Mm-hmm. So it's like I can't get onto them or I feel like I can't, well, her at least, because she runs to them.
And was there like a reason for that you guys became more like sisters instead of like mother and daughter kind of thing?
To be honest, their dad was in their life. God rest his soul because now he's passed. But when we were together, he was more in the calle all the time. So my mom would be the one, like when I first had her, we lived with my mom. So she helped me raise her. When she was like crying in the middle of the night, he wasn't home. He was out with his friends. My mom was the one who would get up with me at 2 a.m, feed her. And so my mom was basically that person that, that I had.
Her daughters even admitted in this podcast that they lose friends because of the situation that their mom has put them in and actually takes no accountability. One Reddit user saying if her kids were important to her, she would have left social media as soon as she saw how it was affecting their relationship and safety. But no, she continues to go on live because the attention she is getting is more important.
And she told me about the video and she was like, girl, I don't want this out. I didn't like it. I was like, oh, it's not my fault that my mom was live and it got clipped. And a lot of people don't like my mom going live, like getting clipped or anything, because I guess they're embarrassed of it for being our friends and stuff. I would say we lost a bit of friends.
Really?
Yeah.
How does that make you feel?
To be honest, there's nothing I can do about it.
But there is.
I mean, it sucks, yes. But at the end of the day, like, their friends shouldn't be around, because if I'm live, they even know. If I'm live, like,
Okay.
don't come in my room. Don't come in, like, unless I'm live with them and I'm like, hey, we're going to do a live. But even then, they don't like to be on camera.
Okay.
So, you know, and like she said, what they clip is not, it's not in my control. They clip whatever they want. I can sit here and say something about you, and they're going to get the bad part of it. And then they're going to make a whole TikTok and make me seem like I was like side-eyeing you or jealous of you or something.
She literally just said, like, yeah, like, they don't like coming around, or they feel some way about what my mom says. And then to sit here and be like, oh no, like, it's not me at all. Like,
I did have a 9 to 5.
There has to be some accountability, though.
It's sad, but if you remember in my previous video, we talked about a situation where Ashley was auctioning off or was monetizing her daughter's illness. Like, her daughter was sick, and she said, if you guys want to know, then you can donate me money. Well, the daughter actually comes out and says how she feels about that in this podcast.
My kids literally were not raised by my mom.
Okay.
They were raised by me since the day I gave birth to them.
I got to point out something. Did you hear what she just said? Did you hear what we just covered earlier? How she said that she didn't raise her children?
Because like I told everybody earlier, my parents have always helped me raise them, so I had always that help, you know? And so I'm learning to be a mom on my own and live on my own with my kids, just me and them. It's not easy. So just like a new mom, fresh mom is learning, I'm learning how to grow with my children, because I've always had my parents. My mom literally helped me raise my oldest from the day she was born.
So which one is it? Should we believe her or should we believe her? On my channel specifically, we've talked about mothers taking advantage of their daughters and children in general for money. The vlog families, the TikTok vlog families. It's not good. You should never put your children out there. I'm an advocate of that. I don't think that it's right. Well, it's rare we have the daughters in real time actually saying how it affects them terribly and saying that they're uncomfortable with their mother putting their presence online. Check this out.
Have you set any boundaries as her kids regarding to anything that's been shared publicly? If so, when were those boundaries established and what are they?
Okay, so like getting clipped, obviously walking into her room, I told her, let me know when you're on live. So I don't walk into her room and they clip me and post it, because that's happened like twice already. And they zoom in on my face and then people make fun of me.
Okay.
And then there's times where I don't want her to talk about stuff about us, because obviously people are gonna clip it and then share it more online.
Do you think that maybe sometimes she can exploit situations to get views?
I'm gonna be real, yeah.
Because that's the game. But that's your kid.
No, not with them.
She just said yes.
I don't do it with them. I mean, I don't really like to talk about them, honestly. When it comes to my lives now, I tell them, if y'all have anything to say about the kids, I'm not.
Lie. She's lying. She's a liar.
If anything, I protect them now. When they come in my room, I cover the camera. When they're around, I don't film them.
But have you done that in the past? Have you taken a situation and used it for views regarding the kids? Would you feel like maybe she has done that ever?
Yeah, but not me, my sister. You've taken her when she was sick and you were begging for money.
When?
You said send the Galaxy to know about my baby girl's health when I was in the hospital.
Oh, that's because, that was like a while back though. But you weren't even in the hospital.
Yeah,
You were
but
just
no, but I still didn't like that.
Yeah,
Cause
but we've already.
But you wanted my information out for a Galaxy.
I was
literally G Money and everyone else, like Angelito, they could send you, they could send you a Galaxy.
Oh my God, it makes me sick that she's laughing in her daughter's face about this. And to give you guys some context about how cruel this was, here it is. Even going as far as monetizing her daughter's sickness for cash grabs. This is gross. It's captioned, Ashley sharing her daughter's business for a Galaxy.
You guys, this is my sickly baby, you guys. That's the one that I have to take to the hospital, go get tested in a couple weeks.
I'm not gonna explain nothing else because she don't want me to. Guys, it's triples. Galaxy is 3,000. If y'all want me to tell you about my baby girl's health, go ahead and send the galaxies. 3,000.
You hear how her voice dropped an octave in tone there because she knew that probably is a gross thing to do. Oh, it makes me so sick. Can you believe people like this exist? And you might be wondering why CPS hasn't stepped in. This is a 13-year-old and 15-year-old. Well, they have.
And actually,
But girl, you gotta have. Come on.
No, listen. Okay, so when CPS did go to my house, yeah. So yeah, this guy called CPS on me. Okay, I had a CPS case open, so and also because of Santos.
Anyway, had bed.
She looked in the room. She said she looked in the room and
she
took
said,
a picture
of what?
Of their room. They have a mattress in there.
Okay, at least.
Yeah. But even then, when they stay over, this one sometimes sleeps with me or on the couch. That one sleeps on the couch, or she'll sleep on the mattress. So it's like,
I'm sure CPS is likely watching your live streams. It's a pretty messed up world that we currently live in. I'm sure a lot of you guys can agree with me. It's nasty, some of these people. But they apparently have received multiple reports.
Literally, CPS just got involved back in, I want to say, September. And they were getting so many calls that...
Because of TikTok Live, you would say?
Yes. And I was tired of it. So I told my mom, you know what? Keep them until this goes away. And they were still making calls, false accusations, saying this, saying that.
And has Child Protective Services come and...
They've interviewed me.
Okay.
But they've said there's no reason. They even tell my parents there's no reason to take them from their mom. Their mom is not an unfit parent. They've closed every single case that we've had. And
some would say you are.
The monumental amount of things that just keep happening in Ashley's life is terrifying. It's alarming. It's shocking. It's insert any word along those lines, and that's what it is. But I found something very dangerous you guys need to check out.
Ash Trevino and her gifters are connected to a much larger ring of PDF files on TikTok. Huge shout out to Joe's hotline because she is the one that gave me all this information. She and Jessica Wabbit did some digging and this is what they found. So last night when I was on live, my chat started blowing me up, telling me to go live with Joe. So I go onto her live and I ask her to explain what is going on with all of these PDF files on TikTok and how they're connected to Ash Trevino. So she starts explaining everything to me and I was like, mind blown. She starts by talking about how she was very curious as to who was gifting Ash Trevino, okay? And so Joe had this inkling that a lot of Ash Trevino's gifters were minors, but she didn't have any evidence. So she was like, okay, you know what? I'm going to collect proof.
So I'm going to break this down with logic. It's not surprising that there's a lot of minors or PDF files on TikTok. I've covered major stories in the past about these very things. Even though TikTok's official age requirement is 13 years old, with parental controls in place for users under 18, children often bypass these restrictions by lying about their age, using a parent's or older sibling's account, creating an account with a different email or device, using third-party apps or VPNs, accessing TikTok content without an account. Since TikTok allows non-logged-in users to view videos, many younger kids just browse without making an account. Even though TikTok has some age verification measures like requiring proof of ID for creators in certain programs, enforcement is inconsistent. Many parents don't closely monitor their kids' online activity, making it easier for children to slip through the cracks. So it wouldn't be difficult for kids to be on TikTok.
I'm going to collect proof. And so she did. So she started looking at Ash Trevino's top gifters and look at their profile, find if there's anything on their profile. So most of them literally had nothing on their profile or their profile was private. But she finally found this one top gifter whose profile was public and she noticed that that top gifter was actually going live. So she was like, let me hop on and see who this is. And that's where she finds a panel of children, and her cameras aren't on, but she knows they're children because a lot of them are speaking with lisps and many of them cannot pronounce words correctly, in a childlike manner. The sound of their voice just sounds like 7 to 8 year old kids. Some even sound like 6 year olds. Hosting this chat with a bunch of children in it, she notices that there is actually one adult present. And that adult goes by the name of Susie. And Susie is moderating these chats with children. So Joe is like, what the f is going on? Why are there like 7 kids between the ages of 7, 8, 9, and 10 all on a panel with this one older 60-year-old looking woman named Susie who has no connection to them? So everyone in her chat starts spamming Susie, being like, girl, what the fuck, get off of live with these kids. And this Susie posts a video responding.
Now, if this is true, it's alarming. The fact is children should not be there without parental consent at all. And let's see what Susie's got to say.
First thing first, I'm the realist. I have the
Oh my God, Jesus Christ.
realist. I have the flu for the past week. I did live today, Friday, for 7.5 hours to connect with everyone and anybody. Okay? Because life is short. And judgmental people, I just shake my head on it. I just shake my head on it. So, after I did my live for 3 and something hours earlier today, and had all age groups, all kinds of people. And then I just did my live tonight for 4 hours and some. All age groups, all sorts of people, because I'm a people person.
I heard he don't like her, man. Like, the hubris coming off of her in this context where she should be addressing this seriously, given the seriousness of the accusations thrown at her. I mean, kind of points out all that's wrong with her.
What makes me mad is these adults that want to judge these children like they don't have their own voice or their own platform, and bring them a safe place to hang out. And they have a safe place to hang out with me because I'll protect them. And then I have these haters come in and just want to freaking be like, oh, I'm a peta, or I'm this and that. I'm weird because I hang out with children. Why is it such a problem that I want to mentor children, that I want to guide children? I don't understand why you guys hate so much.
Wow, I can't believe all these people think all these crazy things about you.
I sit here and love all ages. My old people, my young people. I love all animals, all race, all color, all gender, everything. For you guys to keep judging me because of my age is nothing but a number. And I'm telling you, some of these kids that I've met on here that are even 10, 12, 20, 30, 50 years old got something. Okay, there's something wrong with you guys.
Whenever somebody says age is just a number, keep your children away from them.
Seriously wrong with you guys when you guys want to come into my life, as sick as I am, and want to talk junk to me about me addressing children. Are you freaking stupid? I'm basically like the parents' daycare when they're not wanting to take care of their children, when they're not paying attention to their children, and they can't talk to their mom and dad or anything like that. I'm a second grandma to them. I'm a second mom. I'm a second.
No, you're not, and no, you're not. See, the difference is this is a false comparison that you've made. You're not like their grandparents, or their daycare. The difference is a daycare and babysitters have something very important that you do not have. Class, do you know what that is? It's parental consent, and all she has is stranger danger.
So that's Susie, and she is in cohorts with Ash Trevino's top gifters. Now, within her network, as people started, specifically Joe, as she started looking from person to person to person, there was a very common pattern going on. And it was that a lot of Ash Trevino's gifters were in these panels with PDF files. Another one of the PDF files is this woman named Brooke. And Brooke actually also is like probably 40s to 50s, and she hosts discussion panels with these children. And in one of the panels, Joe actually caught her talking to kids about their menstrual cycle.
Now, to be clear, it would not be Ashley Trevino's fault for who donates to her or views her channel. That would be ridiculous to claim. Now, do I think that she cares? No, I think she's despicable. But this is a bigger issue that's happening all over TikTok. I mean, we saw it with Ren Eleanor. It's because TikTok is largely unregulated.
Then last night when me and Joe and Jessica Rabbit were all on live together, we saw one of Ash's top gifters slash moderator go into another discussion panel with a PDF file named Mike. So mind you, this is one of Ash's most active moderators who just yesterday, she was complimenting Ash and Ash was like, oh, moderator, maybe you should just be my girlfriend. And Ash was basically telling her like that she should be her girlfriend and all of this like sick shit, right? And then people in this chat started asking, they were like, Ash, how old is your moderator? How old is your moderator? And Ash turned the comments, they were, I believe, open chat. She turned them to sub only. And then when the subscribers started asking, Ash just completely ended the live. And then this moderator went and she changed basically her entire profile, her name, all of that. Anyway, so this top moderator was just in a chat with Mike, who is a around 60-year-old man who has multiple charges against him, and because he has a record, his information is public. And so people actually found Mike's number and they started calling him, blowing him up, all of that. And what confuses me is like I had 400 people on my live, all of 400 of those people went and reported his live. Joe had hundreds of people on her live, they all went and reported him. And he just was able to stay live the entire night. This is literally just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to these PDF files and their panels. And for some reason, a lot of the children that go to Mike's panel will then go to, when Susie's hosting, they'll go there. And then for some reason, they're also Ash Trevino's biggest gifters.
If this is true, mind you, it's not empirical, but if this is true, it's highly concerning. Even more concerning is this.
They're like 7, 8, 9 years old. So how the hell do they have enough money to be Ash Trevino's top gifter? Ash Trevino makes about $1,000 a night. So being a top gifter who is able to gift her almost nightly, that's a lot of money. So there are theories floating around that maybe these kids are getting that money by talking to these older adults on TikTok. Maybe that's what incentivizes them to want to talk to these PDF files. And mind you, this is all under the guise of wanting to empower children to have a voice. Like, hello, kids are not allowed on TikTok for a reason.
See, kids don't have autonomy because they're children. They can't make proper decisions. If you was to ask a kid if they wanted ice cream, they'd likely enthusiastically say yes. And probably if you asked them if they wanted to jump off a bridge, we're talking 3-year-olds, they would probably be equally enthusiastic.
Because when a lot of like these concerned parents and adults were in the chat basically telling the children, guys, get off, or calling out Mike, Susie, or Brooke, the kids actually started defending these PDFs, basically saying like, oh my god, no, they're not doing anything wrong, like leave us alone, like why are you such a hater? Mind you, they were saying that in their like little baby fucking kid voices. Like it was honestly like it was so sad, it was so disturbing. Like last night I barely even slept.
That's why we cover stories like this. This coverage is important because there's weirdos out there being weirdos, and I'd like to help if I can. If you have come this far in this video, consider smashing that subscribe button, and I will see you in the next video.